Following this brief video presentation, the Men of Essex is honored to present as our keynote speaker this evening, the Honorable Joetta Clark Diggs.
You clapped for me and I really haven't said anything. So thank you for being optimistic. As I stand before you today, all grown up, and we have some mathematicians out there, I'm sure, and you put the numbers together. I was once you in 1980. How old is she now? I'm 50 years old now. So let's refocus to get back to being part of this event instead of trying to figure out how old I am. And I figure if I don't tell you, you go back and Google my name and it comes up anyway. But what I'd like to say is that it's an honor to be here today because in 1980, the men of Essex did not know much about my future. They did know what I had done in the state of New Jersey. And that was kind of a stepping stone for me to go out in the world to show them what I have done in the state of New Jersey, in Essex County, at Columbia High School. So you as student athletes have an opportunity to use this as a platform as you move forward in life to make a difference not only in the county, but across the country and across the world. As I stand here before you today, I'm humbled and I'm honored, and I just like to say that when you look at what you do when you get older, you're too young to understand it now, but you will appreciate your parents and your coaches and your teachers and the awards that you get. When I was your age, I just collected things and just threw them away. But now that I'm older, I look at the book. I took out the book that I had when I was your age, and I saw my name on the cover, like Whitney's name is, and it, left an indelible imprint in my mind and in my heart. I'm a motivational speaker, so I can easily stay here for an hour, but I promise you today that I will not do that. 15 minutes of fame, I was just told, so I'll make sure that I do that. I would like to say that when you're trying to be successful in life, we have what I call the P principles for success, and that is, what is your purpose? What do you want to do? What is your raison d'etre? Everyone has a reason for being here. When I was young, I thought it was my goal to tell everybody off at a fast tongue. And as I got older, I learned to give thy thought no tongue. But when you're younger, you say things sometimes that you regret, even when you're older. But what is your purpose? My purpose was to be the best athlete, not only in New Jersey, Essex County, but in the world. But how are you to do that? You have to prepare yourself. I had to lift weights. I had to be a good student. I had to make sacrifices. Now, I didn't go to my high school prom. And you're looking at me saying, well, your father had a baseball bat, that's probably why you didn't go. And you didn't have a boyfriend. Well, that wasn't helpful either. I didn't have a boyfriend, so that was one reason why I did not go. But the real reason was that in 1980, I had the opportunity to be the only athlete in the state to win the all-group sectionals, the sectional states in all groups 4 consecutive years. Had I gone to the prom and wore those high heels that I was not accustomed to, I could have twisted my ankle and would have put everything I worked hard for would have gone to the side. I didn't want that to happen. So in life, you have to have a purpose, and you have to realize that you have to prepare for your success. The videotape showed you that I went to the University of Tennessee, undergrad and grad school there. And I often say that I was the #1 college in the world. My brother graduated from Villanova University, the #2 university. My sister graduated from the University of Florida, the #3 university. My sister-in-law graduated from Alabama A&M, the #4 university. And my husband has his undergrad and MBA from the Wharton School, the #5 university. So you say, what does that mean? We have Syracuse, we have NJIT, we have the University of Maryland, Princeton, Yale. What does that really mean? Well, why I say that is because your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. So it doesn't matter what school you're attending, if your mind is not receptive to the knowledge that's out there, it does you no good. So we have a purpose. We're prepared and we're patient. Yeah, I made the Olympic team. I made 4 teams. But guess what? I tried out 6 times. In life, you're not going to get what you want all the time. And it's not going to happen right away. I didn't give up in 1980 when I did not make the Olympic team. I did not give up in 1984 when I did not make the Olympic team. I kept trying, I kept changing and tweaking. I tell you what, I often say, I made the Olympic team 4 times, but I did not get a gold medal from the Olympic Games. I got the gold medal of life because I had the opportunity to graduate from college, to make a difference in the lives of others, and to have a business now giving scholarships and doing programs absolutely free for many schools throughout the country. So You're looking at me saying, you know what, you're just saying that because you didn't get a gold medal. And that is true. When you don't get a gold medal, you have to figure out something else to say to kind of make up for that. So I got the gold medal of life. But that's not too bad after all, getting the gold medal of life. So when we do this, we have to also plant the garden for success. And in that garden, you have to have your 5 P's. You have to have a purpose, you prepare, you're patient, you get perturbed, and you persevere. And then you have to plant 5 rows of squash. You squash gossip, you squash criticism, you squash indifferences, you squash hatred, and you squash jealousness. And then you have to plant 6 rows of lettuce. Let us love one another, let us be loyal, let us be unselfish, let us be truthful, let us make positive choices, and let us speak up and believe in something. And then no garden will be complete without 3 rows of turnips. Turnips will work with school, turn up with a new idea, and turn up with determination to do a better job tomorrow than you did today. If you plant that garden of success, and if you water and nurture it, you have no other option but to succeed. And I often tell my kids, and I have a lot of kids through all my camps and things I do, that failure is not an option. It's a nagging reality that keeps you focused. So we're prepared, we're patient, and we get perturbed. I've gotten perturbed, and why is that? People said to me, Joetta, why don't you retire? You're getting old. I ran my best time when I was 38 years old. I ran 1 minute and 57 seconds for 2 laps. And I was in Monte Carlo. And remember, I'm older now and wiser. So I give thy thought no time. In the interview, the reporter said, Joetta, when are you going to retire? What I wanted to say, I didn't say. I had to think about this, and I said, don't ask me when am I going to retire. Why don't you ask the young people I just beat when are they going to retire? That's wisdom. But when I talk about being patient, getting perturbed, you're black, you're white, you're tall, you're short, you're Hispanic, you're a woman, you're a female. You can't do those things. My goal and your goal should be not to prove someone wrong, but to prove yourself right. There's so many people that believe in you, that made sacrifices for you, that have given up money and given up time. And when you look at that, when someone says that you can't do something, you should become perturbed because you can do something. Life is full of cans. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do this because I believe in myself and I believe in people who help me. So remember that when you're struggling through your homework, when you're in college and you want to go out and party, instead of going out and going to sleep. My mother often said she did not know how I would get through grad school or undergrad school. I went to bed at 9 o'clock, 9:30 the latest. Nowadays, things just start going on at 9:30. But we were able to do that because I knew that I had to come home with a degree. That was no option. And I also knew that my parents believed in me and that they put so much into me that I needed to make sure that I did the right things. And then finally, you have to persevere. You win or lose by an inch. An inch is an acronym for I never cease hoping. No matter what, you have to stay focused. If you saw that videotape, I was in last place for most of the 800 in the Olympic trials. And then the last 50 yards, the young lady lost focus. She was looking at the big board in front and she saw me coming. I didn't lose my focus. My focus was to make the team with my siblings. When you lose focus, you take your mind off of what you're supposed to do, you do not accomplish your goals. She was focusing on me. I was focusing on coming in the top 3. So I can leave you with this. Do not lose your focus. You're going to have some ups and some downs. And you're going to wonder sometimes why you've been doing this. But you were given a talent. And it would be a shame for you not to maximize your skill sets and your abilities. I'm not asking you to be an Olympian or NCAA champion. I'm not asking you to go out and put your life out there for other kids. But I am asking you to do your best, to give it all that you have. And never say that I have tomorrow to do something. Because the reality is you may not. So when it's all said and done, you need to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say that you did a good job. Now, finally, now I'm a Baptist. And when a Baptist pastor says, finally, he doesn't mean right now. He means he's kind of sort of but not really getting close. So I'm going to say, however, finally, I want to leave you with this. There was a lady, and she had a lot of money, it was a beautiful home, and there was a lake that she had in her home, and there were alligators in this lake. And whoever came to her home, she would say to them, if you could swim out of this water, you can get whatever it is that I want, that you have, that I have, you could have. So she was walking by, she was asking them, do you want to jump in? And they said, no, no, no. They kept walking, and she heard a splash all of a sudden. They looked back and they saw a lady swimming out the water for dear life, trying to escape the jaws of death. The lady gets out of the water, excited, her guests were, but the lady was dripped and she was wiping the water off her face. And she was panting and she said, why did you do this? And they were like, what are you talking about? The lady was like, you can have whatever you want of mine. She said, well, I want to ask a question. Who pushed me in the water? So in life, it's not important how you get into a situation. The most important thing is that you get out of the water. And in getting out of the water, you can do what you were put here to do, and that's to be a blessing to others and to maximize your skill sets. My time is up. I thank you for yours.
All I can say is wow. And amen, since he has a little Baptist oratory going. But let all the saints in the house say amen. What a message, huh? What an inspired message. We certainly are very, very appreciative of that inspirational message of hope and optimism. And we have a special presentation of the Community Service Award to Joetta Clark Diggs, joined now by Dave Clark, our president, and Calvin Pierce, our deputy chairman. Please join me for the presentation. The inscription 54. So now this is your second Essex Award. You're familiar with this, right? 54th Annual Essex Award to Joetta Clark Diggs, 4-time U.S. Olympian, 1980 recipient, Essex Award. This certificate is presented to you by the men of Essex in recognition of your outstanding leadership and commitment to the youth of our community, presented this 16th day of May 2012. Calvin Pierce, Chairman, and David E. Clark, President.